Hello friends, welcome to the Spice Route. Today we are going to make what is known as the Aratikaya Vepudu. It's an Andhra dish. It is also, otherwise in Tamil, it can be called as Vazhaikkai Fry, made Andhra style, or in Hindi it is the kacche kele ki subzi. And we're going to make that today. I'll show you what the ingredients are. We first have about 2 raw bananas that have been boiled. I just put it in the cooker, just one whistle, and then switch it off, and then take it out, cut it into pieces, and keep it aside. I have some ginger garlic paste. I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste in the whole curry. I have some hing, some mustard seeds, some fennel seeds or sauf, some jeera, I have some 1 red onion which has been finely chopped, a few leaves of curry leaves, 2 strands maybe, and then I have some powders here. These are the spice mixes. What you see here is peanut powder. So it's very simple, just roasted peanuts made into a powder. That's all. This red chili powder, regular red chili powder. The peanut powder is about 2 teaspoons. Red chili powder about 3/4 of a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon, depending on how spicy you want. This is sambar powder. This is turmeric powder, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. About 3/4 to 1 teaspoon of sambar powder right here, or you can use dhania powder or coriander powder, whichever suits your taste. Sambar powder is better, in my opinion. And let's see how we're going to make it. By the way, at the end I would garnish this with a little bit of coriander leaves or dhania. So let's see how this is going to be made. Alright friends, so I have about 2 tablespoons of oil in a large pan. Remember, when you're making a fry, you shouldn't crowd the pan, so it is always good to have a large pan. I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seeds. We'll wait for the mustard seeds to splutter in just a small while, and they've already started spluttering right there. You can hear the sound. I'm adding about 1/2 teaspoon of jeera. Less than 1/2 teaspoon is good. I am also adding about 1/4 of a teaspoon of fennel seeds or sauf, and then I add hing, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of hing. I'm eyeballing it, just go with 1/4 of a teaspoon of hing. Just mix this up a little bit, and at this point you straight up add the onions and curry leaves into it. You just add those together. Fry it up, you're just mixing it all up. In fact, I typically do not even wait for the onions to fry up, especially in this dish, to add the ginger garlic, because I'm not going to add too much. I'm just going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. A little more maybe, but that's it. You just need that for the flavor. It shouldn't be too garlicky, by the way. Let this all fry together for about 3-4 minutes, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so been about 3 minutes or so. I am not looking for the onions to brown up here. I just need the raw smell to go, and I'm adding all my raw bananas here. Okay, so what we are going to do now is fry these up, and this is the point where we need to have a little bit of patience, because what we're going to do is we've not added any of the masalas. We're just going to let this all fry a little bit. So I'm going to reduce the flame to a medium low, and I'm going to let this fry. So we'll see this after about 8 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, try to just once in a while, just mix it up, not too regularly, and then try to leave it this way so that it's flat on the bottom, so that all your vegetables start getting fried. Right, friends, now this is the point where I add salt, and we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt. There's not too much of raw banana here, so I'm just going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt, spread it around, maybe just 1¼ teaspoon of salt, that is good. And then you've got to mix the salt up before you add the other spices. I mixed up all the salt. By the way, it was about 8 to 10 minutes before I realized that I need to add the salt. It's not like, you can preferably add salt later, because then the raw banana fries pretty well, but I added about 10 minutes into it. And then I'm going to add all the spices in, and I show you the spices again. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, about 3/4 teaspoon of red chili powder, about 1 teaspoon or so of sambar powder, and about 2 teaspoons of roasted peanut powder. So just add all of it into the mix, and then you just need to mix it up. And once you mix it up, keep it in low flame, cook it for another 7 to 8 minutes, and finally we'll add the coriander leaves to it and take it out. But by now the raw banana has started frying fairly well. Now it'll fry along with the spice. Alright friends, it's been about 6-7 minutes. It's been frying well. This is the point when you're going to add just some cilantro, coriander leaves, right? And what you have to do is basically just quickly mix it up. Your Aratikaya Vepudu or raw banana curry is pretty much done at this point. Mix it up. You don't need to fry it for too long after this. So it's a fantastic curry that goes very well with rice directly. And I always suggest that you experiment with the food. Some people add whole roasted peanuts, coarse ground peanuts, sesame seed powder. So there's different ways of making this curry. So make it your own. Enjoy the curry. Do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and do click the bell icon so that you can support the channel. Thank you so much.